Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll be able to help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. Let's just say I had one too many drinks and the night didn't go as planned. Mike, I'm so embarrassed about this, but hey, what can I say? Accidents happen. It sounds like you soiled yourself, but continue. So I'm out having a few drinks with this guy I've been talking to for a few weeks now. We never been intimate, but I really wanted to. Alexa, play Freaky Girl by Gucci Mane. We had a good time and I probably had way too many drinks, but it made me more relaxed. Translation, the 80 proof had me loose. We went back to his place and started making out. At one point, he suggests we try anal, and I said, okay. What's your Instagram? No. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. It hurt at first, but I enjoyed it. He must have really opened me up good, because when I woke up, I noticed I had shit in his bed. I asked you for the Instagram just so I could block you, FYI. He snapped on me and made me feel really low. Well, what did you expect, shitty Shannon? It was an accident, and I don't know what happened because I was so drunk. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. But now apparently I owe him some new linen. Well, that's the least you could do. And he doesn't even want to see me anymore. Should I keep trying to apologize or just give him the money for the linen and move on? Hey, yo. Hey, yo, you skipped some steps, shorty. Ain't no way in hell y'all was making out, kissing or whatever, touching. He was like, want to do anal? That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. If that's what happened, I would have been out of that apartment faster than that black dude in Jeffrey Dahmer documentary. I'd have been like, nah, son, something up. We ain't just gonna be kissing and you say, let me get the butt. No way, Jose, bro. That's out of line. What, like, I know you say you had a little bit too much to drink, so maybe that's why your inhibitions was lowered or whatever. But y'all kissing, yeah, you wanna do anal? Whoa, slow down, Johnny. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Rub my feet or something first. Can we work up to that? That's not even supposed to be the first thing you do. You're supposed to be, and then be like, yo, I want to try something. She's like, what's that? You ever, you know what I'm saying? Back door? What you talking about? Oh, well, I mean, you got the KY? Yeah, hold on. Astroglass something. That's how you're supposed to get into that. Kissing, making out, and then boom, backdoor Johnny. Absolutely, that's, red flag. Let's unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. My man's a freak. You know what I mean? I ain't saying he you know what I mean, he go both ways like turn signals. I ain't saying that, but that's a wild leap. Like, he might just be into that. He might want to just bust you open a little bit. I don't know. But to go from that to that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you like, he must have loosened me up good, because when I woke up, there was a little shit streak on the linen. That's crazy. I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm saying? I only did that 2 times my whole life. Once when I was like, I think 18, and then once when I was like 23, and I didn't enjoy it either time. The first time, it took so long to penetrate the fortress that when I finally arrived in there, it was over with. It was in, out, in, done. That was it. And the second time, she just couldn't take it. It was too much, and we didn't do it. I'm not really a fan of that, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own. I ain't knocking nobody's kinks, but that's a crazy jump. And I gotta be honest, you had an accident, whatever, you might have not, been a little bit looser than you thought. Blame him. I'd have been like, bro, I'll give you half for the linen, but it was your idea. You didn't bust me all up. Now I got the canal is wide open. You know what I'm saying? The dam is open. I let a little streak out. I was drizzy. Bro, that's on you. I'm telling you right now, if I'm him, I'm never hitting you off again, for sure, because that is the biggest ick. But I'm not totally mad at you. It's just like subconsciously, I can't get past what I saw. So I'm not gonna be able to move on, but I'm not mad at you. You know what I mean? And I might not even ask you for no linen money. If I thought you did it like on some, I've seen videos where like the dude come over to the girl's house, he pass out, piss all over her bed. Yo, pay me the money, bro. And it was always a dude. It was never a chick that did it. Like in these videos I've seen. But real quick caveat. A while back, probably like 12, 13, 14 years ago, something like that. There was a girl in my city that she was wild. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, bad as hell. But she was getting passed around like a 40 at a frat party. And everybody was cracking her. And the rumor was that she was doing the urination across the nation in people's beds. I was like, that can't be true. My man ain't gonna say his name. He decided I need parts. Gets her. He stays the night at her crib, wakes up, his whole fit smelled like a project hallway. She done leaked all, and I mean her bed, but she done leaked all on his gear. He driving home in boxers and a wife beater because his outfit smelled like piss. I was like, oh my God. Then I got my turn with her. I kept her awake. We did it. I'm like, nah, I gotta take you home right now because you're a leaky faucet. You know what I'm saying? But it's usually the dudes that are doing that. And so the women are like, you're definitely paying me for my linen. But I don't really hear too many stories about the women doing it and the man being like, pay up. I don't know. That's a tricky situation. It's definitely a wrap. Don't keep apologizing. Be like, yo, you know what? My bad. How much is the linen? Cash app him the bread and just laugh about it in your group chat with your girls. I mean, like you said, accidents happen. You did something that you probably wasn't used to and it made you a little looser. Maybe you want to fart in your sleep. And because of the you know what I'm saying, the expando, it just came out a little bit and you ain't know. You was knocked out, drizzy off the 80 proof. So yeah, just pay him the money, cash app him, whatever. Like, you know what, I apologize. It was an accident. You know what I mean? I had a good time. I'm sorry. And then leave it alone. That's just it. Stay alert, stay alive. I told him I wanted to take it slow, and he said, girl, you've been fast all your life. Don't slow down with me. So Mike, I made a mistake of telling this man I was dating how wild I used to be. Oh yeah, you're 100% absolutely correct. That was your mistake. Thinking he wouldn't judge me. Yeah, well, you thought wrong. Wrong is 2 left feet. But when I was trying to take it slow with him, he said, if you're going to be a hoe for them, you're going to be a hoe for me. Hey, yo, time out. Technical foul. The vowel verbiage is totally unnecessary, my guy. And I don't like how he treats me. You know you can leave him, right? He doesn't disrespect me or call me out my name or anything like that. Hoe for me like you hoe for them is definitely name calling. But he's telling me that he's not going through any hoops to get me. Either I do the things to him that I've done with other men, or we can go our separate ways. It sounds like he wants the same discount you gave the last customer, if you ask me. His exact words were, what do I look like working hard for something that you happily gave away to other guys for next to nothing? I didn't care about those men and I didn't see a future with them, but with him I do, so I want him to respect me. Like this video if you think she's delusional as shit. How can I get him to understand that, Mike? I can tell you right now, your first mistake was ever telling him about your past. I would be goddamn out of my mind to be dealing with a woman and she say, yeah, I used to do this. I used to freak that, do that, boom, 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 with him, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Every Tom, Dick, and Harry. And then when I pull up, you're like, yeah, nah, but we going to just take it slow because I'm changed now. Nah. I want the same version you gave them. Here's the best analogy, and women hate it because they feel like men are comparing them to objects. But it's not the object you need to worry about. It's just the analogy. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you go to a car dealership, right? You see 2 cars on the lot. One is brand spanking new. All it has is delivery miles, like 2-3 miles from them bringing it off the truck. And the other one has 10,000, 15,000 miles. Had 1 owner, 2 owners, something like that. And you go in there and be like, oh, they're the same year, same everything, but this one got 15,000 miles and got 2 owners. This one is brand new. They're like, yeah, but they the same price. You're like, well, why would I buy the used one? I just get this new one. All right, cool, let's do the deal. That used one is gonna sit on the lot forever because no one's gonna pay the same price for a used one as they can a brand new one that's the exact same. That's what y'all don't understand. You're not giving a person a new product. Just because you decided to change and move differently doesn't mean that wipes away what you've done. You done gave it up to a bunch of dudes, did a lot of stuff. You think that just goes away because you decided, you know, that's not me no more. No, even if you don't move like that no more, that's still who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's still on your Carfax. Car get into an accident, they're not like, yeah, but that was a couple years ago. I mean, are we still talking about that? Yes. The car is damaged at some point. We have to bring that up. So no, I'm not paying you full price. That's how men look at it. Whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you agree or disagree, that is the reality of it. And women are the only ones that don't grasp that concept because it only affects them. Yeah, this is a double standard. A man can go out and slay and spray as many joints as he wants. And guess what? People were like, yo, he the man. But there's a reason for that. Because a man can't just go out and get access to the box all free willy. You know what I'm saying? Willy-nilly. A man to get access to a box like that has to have accomplished something. So for a man that slept with a lot of women means he's accomplished enough to make all those women want to sleep with him. You sleeping with a lot of men is nothing. That's not a task. You could open up your DMs right now and there might be 30, you know what I'm saying, pipe picks in there people willing to go like, yo, I'm trying to see you. I'm trying to see you. So you getting slayed by 40 dudes is not the same accomplishment as a dude slaying 40 chicks because he had to work for that. You didn't have to work for the pipe. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a double standard. Like there's a bunch of them. Some benefit y'all, some benefit us. It doesn't matter. That's the way the world works. So you can't go around giving it up and doing X, Y, and Z to homie cuz and then tell this dude, especially telling him that. You might be able to get away with it if he didn't know your past. Clean slate, y'all meet, he's treating you, he's wifey, doing all this stuff. He don't know you used to be, you know what I'm saying, on demon time. He don't know that. He's just meeting you who you are. You decided to tell him that. So if anything, be mad at yourself. And you say he don't disrespect you, he don't call you out your name or nothing. But I guarantee he doesn't have respect for you. He's not gonna wife you. Once you told him what you used to do, if this is a guy of any kind of high caliber or has any type of wit about himself, he's not gonna do it. He'll have fun with you and then he'll move on. You know what I'm saying? To somebody who actually does respect themselves. And I ain't saying you don't respect yourself now, but at one point you didn't because you weren't valuing your body, which is the thing that gives you your most value when it comes to dating. Your femininity, your sexuality, your pureness, that is what is money. That is your currency in the dating market. And for guys, it's what they have accomplished. So the fact that you gave away that, dudes ain't gonna look at you like that. So this situation, if you don't like how he's treating you or you don't like where it's going, then just walk away from it because I doubt he's ever gonna make you his woman or look at you like, this is who I wanna have children with, or this is who I wanna spend my life with, give her my last name. He already knows what you're about. So now he just trying to get in on the action. Like, oh, you used to do that to him? Oh yeah, let me see what that's about. He's already checked out of the relationship phase. Now he's just trying to cash in on what he knows you could do. So I would just walk away from that situation. Moving forward, don't express any of that to your next man. He asked you, yo, what happened to the last guy? I just didn't work out. He was a good guy. We were on different paths. That's it. You never tell a man how good or how bad the next person treated you because here's why. This is a little tidbit. This ain't really got nothing to do with this, but it kind of does because you talk too much with this dude and ruined it. If you get with a guy and you tell him, yeah, my last ex did this, and this, the first thing we're going to say is, well, why don't you go back to him then? If he was so great, why you not with him? Because then it makes it look like you're messed up. Like you had this dude doing all this for you and y'all not together. You clearly didn't leave him because you had it made, or you're dumb and you did, and which is crazy. All it does is tell us is, oh, you didn't deserve any of that. He got smart and left. So never tell him the good. But then if you say, yeah, he was dogging me. He did this. He cheated on me. I stayed, blah, blah, blah. Now we like, oh, you're going to have to do the same thing for me. If I cheat or I do this, you forgave him. You got to forgive me. So you just tell that man straight up, oh, it just didn't work out. He was a good guy. You know what I mean? We got along well. Just we were on different paths. We wanted two different things. Eventually we just, we grew apart. You got to say stuff like that. That's what you got to say. That's my advice to you. Never tell a man your past like that because this is not going to work out. So that's my advice to you. I hope it works out. Stay alert, stay alive. He snuck snacks into the movie theater and it gave me the ick. So Mike, I was going on a movie date with this guy and he stopped at the 7-Eleven for snacks to save a few bucks. Smart move. What I look like paying $16 for Sour Patch Kids? When he told me why he went in there, I was so turned off it gave me the ick. Oh, you one of them kind of joints, huh? Got it. After he bought the movie tickets and we sat down, I pretended I was going to the bathroom, but I actually just waited for the Uber to get close and then I left. Like this video if you think she's a piece of shit. Once I was gone a while, he texted me, asked me where I was, and I told him I left and went home. Low key, that matinee movie money done saved him from a world of trouble. I refuse to be dating a man who's penny pinching like that, and that's when he called me stuck up and bougie. Oh yeah, I agree with him. Some things you just don't cheap out on. I don't want to be with a guy who's that cheap. I got a feeling you ain't gonna be with no guy, honestly. Is that being stuck up or should I have a little bit more decorum? I don't know if decorum's the right word, but you're definitely a nut. Why would you leave? I don't know where you from, but we all grew up in the hood. And that was the go-to, going to the 7-Eleven, the Sunoco, the gas, whatever you call it, Wawa, wherever your area is that got a gas station, we going in there first, get the snacks, put them in mom's big purse, and take them into the theaters. My mom sometimes, I'm gonna tell you how wild she was. She would get a 2-liter of Pepsi, stuff it in the big purse, styrofoam cups, not even the red Solo joints, the styrofoam joints that you used to make the frozen ice cups with. She'll put 3, 4 of those, stack them on top of each other, put them in a purse. We getting poured the bev right in the movie while we watch The Lion King and what have you. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm showing my age. I don't care. I'm glad I made it this far. So we grew up on that type time. If I link with a shorty and she's like, yo, let's go to the 7-Eleven before we go to the movies. I'm like, what you need, son? She's like, yeah, we got to get snacks. Ain't anybody paying all that concession money in there? I'd have been like, oh, let me get down on one knee and ask shorty, will she be mine forever? Because she's a ride or die. If you super rich and you don't care, you just go in the movie theater, oh yeah, let's do that. But the something about growing up impoverished will never allow me to just go to the movie theater and just buy snacks if I can stop at the gas station first, slide them in the hoodie, you know what I'm saying, in the kangaroo pouch of the champion hoodie, and then dip off and go see, you know what I'm saying, John Wick 10 or whatever. Yeah, I'm doing that every time. So he dodged the bullet because you ain't even no fun to be around. You probably don't got no sense of humor. Everything probably irritates you. You probably offended easily. Somebody say, hey, smile, beautiful. All right, I gotta smile. You one of them joints. You did him a favor. I'm gonna keep it a buck. My advice to you moving forward, though, is if you link with a dude and he's like, yo, let's go catch a movie. You like, bait, like, yo, we about to stop at the joint real quick. What you want? Gummy bears, Sour Patch Kids, you know what I'm saying? Gobstoppers, whatever. Licorice, whatever you tell me. You can get whatever you, like T.I. said, you can have whatever you like, you know what I'm saying? Fab said, throw it in the bag. That's how we doing it at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? When we get to the movie theater, we're not paying $595 for some popcorn and a little small package of the gummy bears. At the most I'm going to buy at the movie theater is probably the popcorn and like the icy cup or something, because you can't be in there with the icy leaking on your fit because you try to stuff it into the garments. Nah, you got to buy that in there. You know what I'm saying? Any liquid bev that you can't put a cap on and conceal it, you got to get in the theater. And then the popcorn is like, all right, cool. We can get a big bucket, share that joint. You can't come in. By the time you get in there with the pre, you know what I'm saying, the pre-purchase dip, it's already cold. We need to put the warm butter on top of that. So we'll go ahead and get a little, a Slurpee, pause, in the popcorn from the theater. But when it comes to the gelatin candies, the Sour Patch Kids, the gummy bears, all that, we not doing that. We going to the gas station and re-ing up. So decorum's not the right word, but what you did was corny. You could have just told him how you felt, and then he could have been like, all right, cool, well then, you know what I mean? We can enjoy the movie, then go our separate ways, whatever the case may be. But you doing it like that lets me know you super childish and you feel entitled. You think you deserve some, like you think he's being cheap because he don't want to spend inflated prices? I'm gonna tell you right now, when I go to the clubs nowadays, which I rarely ever do, I'm not buying bottles just because I know the price is super inflated. That's why I'm gonna tell you what he did. His version of getting candy before y'all went to the movies was basically just him pre-gaming. You go to your friend's house, y'all have a couple shots, couple drinks or whatever, then y'all head to the club. So when y'all get in there, y'all already 1 foot in, 1 foot out on being drunk. All you need is 1, 2 maybe drinks from the club and you situated. That's all he did. He just pre-gamed the movie theater by getting the snacks from the, you know what I mean? Took him in there, y'all could have had a good time. Now he in there watching the joint, probably having the time of his life. Glad you left because you was probably annoying anyways. You just did him a favor. But don't act like that, shorty. Stop acting like you too good for gas station candy because it's the same candy they save in the movie theaters. All right? That's my advice to you, man. Tighten up. Stay alert. Stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment. Let me know what advice you would have gave them. Who knows? Maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure to read it in a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.